Hey everybody, it's Tom Lynn, and thank you for checking out the YouTube channel here. I just thought that I'd take a moment to descant upon some of the values which are animating what we're doing here. In order to do that, I thought I'd begin with a passage from Paulo Freire. Has this fantastic book, Pedagogy of the Oppressed. If you've not read it, highly encourage you to go out and grab a copy. But in any event, to just cut right to the passage, use that as our point of departure. He tells us that the radical, committed to human liberation, does not become the prisoner of a circle of certainty within which reality is also imprisoned. On the contrary, the more radical the person is, the more fully he or she enters into reality, so that, knowing it better, he or she can better transform it. This individual is not afraid to confront, to listen, to see the world unveiled. This person is not afraid to meet the people or to enter into dialogue with them. This person does not consider himself or herself the proprietor of history or of all people or the liberator of the oppressed, but he or she does commit himself or herself within history to fight at their side. So, what are we drawing on? What we're drawing on is a commitment to reality and to realizing freedom within that reality. You likely will have noticed that there's a significant tension between the manner in which Freire is using the notion of the radical and the fashion in which it's used in the general discourse. In the general discourse, that term is often affixed to people who are precisely the contrary of radical. People who are fixed on a rigid lens or ideology that actually closes them off from the truth. In fact, they enter into a violent relationship with the truth. They want to try and constrain the truth itself. And this is what gives rise to really often terrifying behaviors, right? So we want to move beyond that sense of constraint. We want to move to a sense of freedom, the spaciousness, to joy, to move beyond a sectarian or ideological framework, which is kind of driving some of the things that we're doing here, in terms of interviews or in terms of books we might discuss or just in terms of concepts we might entertain or explore. To do that, we have to be grounded in the real, the now. And when you put it like that, it sounds, oh my Lord, the real. So don't, forget that in order to actually do that, you have to have a sense of lightness, a sense of humor, right? Because it's not just about some self-serious search for the truth. It's about establishing a kind of intimacy, really, with the world and with each other, so that something, love or compassion, connection can arise with a sort of spontaneity. Not easy, but it is essential. And I hope that you can come along for the ride and that you are similarly engaged, and at the very least, that you can enjoy what we are doing here. And hopefully, we can be in conversation soon.